Hello all. How are you doing? So excited about this class? Oh, thank you. So let us wait for all the online students. We'll wait for 2 minutes for online students. Okay. Come on, students. Join fast. Hmm. Hi, Kiran. Hi, Abhigyan. Hi, Arisha. Hi, Neha Ramesh. Hello. Come on, guys. Join fast. Hi, Nimi. Clothes. Hi. Interesting name. Nimi Clothes. Okay, one more minute, then we'll start the class. Huh? Let us wait. Okay, so let us start the class now. Hi guys, I am Harsha, FCS, a practicing company secretary. I'll be taking business economics for you. Okay, so before going to business economics, I want to explain you why this subject is there in CS. As a CS, why you should learn business economics. Shall I ask you something? Now, one day you spend one full day in a fish market and come back. Okay. So, how will you smell? Dirty. Yes. One day you go to a perfume shop, you be there for 3 to 4 hours and you come back. So, how will you smell? Good, enhancing, right? You didn't spend a single money, right? But you are smelling so good. What is it actually? What happened? Why you were smelling bad? Why you were smelling so good? Environment. For a single person, how the environment affects. The same way, if you start a business, your environment should be taken into. Okay, if you know your environment better, how it is going, what are the things, what is the demand there, whether you are having a market demand there, you have raw material supply there, all these things you have to see through. There are many, many things to be seen. As a company secretary, you should know that. Okay, whether you are in practice or in employment, if you are in employment, you must really know. Even if you are in practice, you should know. For that sake, this business environment class is there for CS. Okay, so what I will be taking for you is business environment. What are the lessons we will be covering? Okay, lessons are entrepreneurial scenario, how the entrepreneurs are, what is entrepreneurship, all these things. Then business environment, what kind of business environment they have. Then key government institutions, what are the government institutions which are there. Then global environment, how is the global environment altogether. Then environment governance, then AI and business environment, which is very much need of the hour. Everybody is talking about AI. Then elements of corporate governance. What are the different elements of corporate governance? These are the things we will be covering in the future classes. Now, this is the second batch you are. Okay. First batch already has done one exam. So you will be very inquisitive to know how the question paper is coming, right? So I have got a question paper for you. You can see the question paper. Okay. So how is the question paper? 1 minute. So how is the question paper? Let us see. So the first part will be for 50 marks and the second part will be for 50 marks. So we will concentrate on the second part. Okay. So part B. How many you should attempt? One compulsory question. So question number 5 is compulsory and 2 other options you have. In this 3, any 2 you can choose. So first, how is it? 5 marks each. 4 questions will be given in the compulsory question and you will be having the question here. 4 questions, each 5 mark each. And then afterwards 6th, 7th and 8th. All will be three questions, 5 mark each. So this is the paper. You will not have any fill in the blanks or one word or match, nothing. You will have to write. Simple. Only 5 marks questions are available for you. So you prepare yourself like that. Okay. So any doubts here? You're able to understand? So this is your second term is your second time. So all the best to you all. You have got one this thing like how the question paper will appear. So you'll have that understanding. So let us start with the lesson now. The first lesson is entrepreneurial scenario. Oh, okay. So we are having business environment here. Okay. It should be entrepreneurial scenario. I'll take business environment, no issues. We'll start with business environment. Okay. So what and all we will understand? The concept of business environment and factors affecting it. What are the different concepts? Then internal and external environment. Business environment factors, microeconomic environment and reforms for the ease of doing business. These are the things we will be doing. Okay. So let us start. Business environment means, as I told you in the story. So what are the things which will be affecting the business? Can you just tell me? When you start a business, there are different kinds of things. One is internal things and one is external things. Internal things, what are the internal things? Like you have to put money. How much money you will be putting, capital will be there. Then technologies, your latest technologies, machinery, what you want. Then employment, how are the people there, how efficient they are, how they are doing their work, and how much you have to produce, what you have to produce, what are the ethics. All these things are internal things. Now, only does the internal things matter? External things also matter. External things, give me some example of external things. Then government, very good. Government, whoever government is there, what the government is promoting, that is very important. Now, for example, a plastic bag is banned. Just think. Then what will happen? All the plastic industries, they will have to close down, right? They cannot, wherever plastic is banned, they cannot manufacture plastic there. Banned. There will be no demand for that. So it is banned. So government, then CSR activities, okay, to some extent, yeah. Then competitors, very good. Competitors. Competitors, what your competitors are doing, at what rate the same product is being given by your competitors. All these things will be definitely there. Then new innovations, anything new comes, then your product will become what? Out of the market. So that also is a problem. Okay. So all these things are taken into consideration. So we'll see the concept. The term business environment refers to totally and collection of all internal and external aspects, including people working in the company, customer demands and expectation, supply and demand, management, clients, suppliers and owners, as well as government action, technology, social trends, market trends, economic development. All these things are coming in the business environment. Okay. These elements have a direct and indirect impact on how the firm operates, performs its functions. So how the performance of the firm is depends on all these aspects. Okay. These factors taken together have an impact on the environment and situation of business or a corporate entity. These factors taken together will impact how your business will be growing or how your business environment totally is. Now we'll see external factors. External factors, what are the factors? Include economic condition, what kind of economy it is, very dry or it is very hot, or what kind of economy it is. Technological advancement, how the technology advancement is, legal and regulatory frameworks, social cultural trends, and the competitive landscapes are among others. Now, these are external factors, technology, legal regulations, rules and regulations, what are framed for your business, all these things. Social culture, what kind of culture we are forming, like Indian culture is different, Western culture is different. So what is the social culture here? That is also an impact. These are all external. Okay. Now, internal, what and all are there in internal? Within the company's control. Whatever is internal is within the company's control, such as organizational structure, resources, culture, operational process. Understanding the business environment is essential for business to anticipate the change. Any change which is happening, that has to be anticipated. For that, even before you start your business, you have to analyze your business environment very properly. And after you start your business also, you should have the business environment knowledge. What is going on, what not is going on. You cannot just, before starting, we have done all the research, we can sit partially now and relax. No, you cannot relax. When you are in a business, you are like in a roller coaster. You have to have yourself and you should know what is going on in your environment. Okay. So understanding the business environment is essential for business to anticipate changes. Why you should understand? To anticipate if any changes are coming. Now, touch screen has come. Okay. Before touch screen, what we had? Keypad. Now, as soon as the touch screen came, all the mobiles converted into touch screens. Yes or no? If they did not observe what is going on in the market, what would have happened? They would have been in the loss. Now, Nokia told it will not come. So, what it is? It's closed down. Understood? So, you have to be in the market to analyze what are the changes which are coming. Okay. Identify the opportunities. What are the opportunities should be identified? And migrate risk efficiently. Any risk is there. You find any risk, then you can migrate it. Like you are feeling there is a like plastic band is there. You were supposed to start. You will not start that. You will start a paper company or some other company. So you will migrate the risk. Understood? Then ultimate shaping the strategy for sustainable growth and success. Always you will have to do those kind of work which are sustainable and good for the environment. If you are doing something which is not good for the environment, then it will become very difficult for overall environment. So it should be sustainable growth. Sustainable growth means you are growing with the environment. You are doing things which are good for the environment also. Okay. And you will get a success if you analyze all these things. Business environment enhances overall performance, growth and profitability of the business by assisting in identifying the business prospects, utilizing helpful resources and assisting in planning. So what and all other things it will do? It will tell business how you can prosper, how you can utilize whatever you are having, and it will assist you in planning. What kind of plan can you take? What is the demand in the market right now? So that kind of plan you can take. Okay. Business environment come in variety of forms, including macro and micro environments. So you have macro and micros. First it is internal and external. In external, there are micro and macro. Micro are small things which can affect, and macro are big things which can affect. Okay. Key components of any firm is its environment. So any firm you take it, what is the key component? If they ask what is it, it is a environment. Suppliers, competitors, media, government, customers, market circumstances, investors, and numerous other entities operate on an outside, all contribute to the business environment. So let us begin by learning about the business environment, basics and its significance. Now we'll learn what is the basics of the business environment and what is the significance, how it can affect the business. Okay. Now let us look at some of the definitions of the business environment. What are the definitions given by different people? We'll see. According to Barry M. Richman and Melvick Compton, environment consists of factors that are largely, if not totally, externally and beyond the control of individual industrial enterprises and their management. These are essentially the givers with which the firm and the management must operate in a significant country, and they vary often greatly from country to country. So what this Richman is telling is largely and totally it is dependent on the external factor more than the internal factor. In whichever country you are situated, how the things are, how is the legal framework there, that is more important than the internal framework. Okay, so every environment depends from country to country. If you want to succeed, you have to see where you can put after checking the external environment. Okay, according to Kelly's Davis, business environment is aggregate of all conditions, events, influences that surrender and affect the business. So he is not talking about internal or external. He is telling that you should see all the conditions what are there, all the events what are there, what can influence. Like if the coffee price is more, tea will be in demand. Tea price is more, coffee will be demand. So what kind of influence is happening? All these things has to be seen. Okay, that sounds and affects the business. You should see all these things according to Ketis Davis. Bayard O. Wheeler defines business environment as total of all things external to firms and industry which affect their organization and operation. So here also totally all things external to the firm. External means what? External environment. As I told you, government, legal, suppliers, all these things are external environments. So all things external to the firm and industry which affect the organization and operation. What are the things which will affect the organization? That should be taken into consideration. Okay. According to Arthur M. Wimmer, the business environment encompasses the climate or set of conditions, economic, social, political, or institutional in which the business operations are conducted. So he is stressing more on climatic condition, what kind of climate. This is also again external. So climatic condition, what kind of economy you are in, Indian social economy, capitalist economy, whatever economy, social, political, and institutional in which the business operation is conducted. Whatever institution the business operation is conducted, that should be taken into consideration. So these are also the external factors. Okay. According to Glucki and Jones, the environment include factors outside the firm which can lead to opportunities for and the threat to the firm. Although there are many factors, the most important of the sectors are socio-economical, technological, suppliers, competitors, and government. So what he is telling is opportunities are there, but most of the threats which will come to any of the institutions, any of the firm, will be from the external environment. So majorly from what and all it will come? Socio-economical, means how is your socializing here, how we are doing, what is the society here, what kind of society you are having, that kind. Technology, any new technology comes, your technology is waste. Understood? Then suppliers, whether suppliers are there or no, competitors are there or no, how is the government. These are the major things which you have a threat with your business if you are not watching them. If you are watching them at the right time, you are out of danger. Okay. Now, meaning of business environment. Business may be understood as an organized effort of an enterprise to supply consumers with the goods and services for profit. So business is what? You do any business, goods and services, whatever goods you want, services you want, you do it for profit. Always business will be for profit only. Okay. Business varies in size as measured by the number of employees and by sales volume. So it will be, some businesses will be very small, some businesses will be very big. It will depend upon how many employers you have and how much sales you are having upon all these things. Okay. So, but all the businesses share one common purpose that is to earn the profit. So all businesses, whether they are small, whether they are big, whatever they are, this thing they have motive. What is that? To earn the profits. No business does for, we have different Section 8 companies, okay, for all that. But when you are talking about business is purely for earning profits. Okay. Now the purpose of business that goes beyond earning profit. So what is the purpose where you don't see profit, and what are the other things you will see? The important institutions in society. What are the important institutions you have in the society? Okay. Then for supply of goods and services, whether you can supply the goods and services there, whether there is a demand for it. Okay. Then creating job opportunities. You are creating job opportunities by having a business. Okay. Offering better quality of life. When job opportunities are created, everybody will have better living habits. Okay, so better quality of life. Contributing to economic growth of the country. So indirectly, you will contribute to the economic growth, because when unemployment is met, you are contributing. When you are progressing, India is also progressing. Your environment is also progressing. Okay. Hence, it is understood that the role of business is crucial from the point of view of an individual and national society as well. Society cannot be without business. So, business is crucial even for an individual and overall for the society also. So, business cannot go on its own. Okay. Society cannot do without business. Similarly, it requires no emphasis that the business need society as much. Society cannot do without business. Similarly, it requires no emphasis that the business needs society as much. So what they are telling, society and business both need each other. You cannot be without that. Okay. Modern business is dynamic. If there is any single word that can be best described in today's business, it is change. So, modern business, how it is, every now and then things are just changing like anything. So, one dynamic word you can give for business is what? Change. Every time it keeps on changing. That makes the company spend substantially on research and development, that is R&D, to survive in the market. So for that sake, businesses are spending in crores to do R&D. Okay. Environment refers to all forces which have been on the functioning of business. They can be the forces of, what are the forces? They are on the forces they are telling. What are the different forces? And economic, social, political, technological factors, apart from internal forces of the organization. Okay. Environment factors are largely, if not totally, external and beyond the control of individual industrial enterprises and the management. So, environment factors are totally external or beyond the control. You cannot control. You cannot tell the government you have to do this, you have to do that. You cannot go and tell the society you have to like this, you have to. So, that is totally not in our control. We have to act in the way which benefit to us. Okay. But business environment poses threats to the firm and offers immense opportunities for the potential market exploitation. So what they are telling, with business environment study, we can understand what is going on in the market and where you can explore things, where you can find opportunities. What is lacking there, where I can go and I can find an opportunity, you can find that. Okay. The success of every business depends on adapting itself to the environment within which it functions. So every successful business, how it will be, it will adapt to the changes, whatever changes are coming, it will adapt to it. Okay. For example, when there is a change in the government policy, the business has to make the necessary changes to adapt to the new policies. So any changes are there in the government policy, you will have to change according to the government policies. No plastic, no. You have to get into any other thing. Okay, fiber or any other thing. Similarly, the change in technology may render an existing product obsolete, as we have seen that the introduction of the computer has replaced the typewriters. So once the computers came, who are using the typewriters? Now hardly we can see typewriters. Understood? So it is a changing environment. It keeps on changing. You also have to change with the environment. Okay. The color TV has made the black and white TV out of fashion. So after color TV came, who is watching black and white TV? Anybody is having in their home black and white TV? You know, it is like an antique now. If somebody is having, it is antique. Again, the change in the fashion and customers' taste may shift the demand in the market for a particular product. So any fashion change, any costume change, whatever happens, as per that, how the people are reacting on that, your business will change. Okay. So the demand for jeans reduced the sale of other traditional wear. So before jeans, what we were wearing? Salwar, then midis, all these things we were wearing. But now after jeans came jeans t-shirt. You see anybody? Everybody is comfortable with jeans and t-shirt, right? So that is the thing. All these aspects are external factors. What are these? These are external factors that are beyond the control of the business. So the business units must have to adapt themselves to these changes in order to survive and succeed in the business. So if you are in a business and you are taking care of your environment, watching it, what is going on, how it is going on, then you can have a successful business. Okay. Hence, hmm, hmm, okay. Importance of business environment. So what are the various importance of business environment? We'll see. For any organization, the business environment offers both possibilities and threats. A good manager of a business not only recognizes and assesses the environment but also responds to this outside factors. If we take into account the following details, we can clearly see how important the business environment is. So only noticing the business environment is not enough. You notice everything, but you have to take action also. Without taking action, nothing will happen. Okay, so take action on it. Enable to identify business opportunities. Not all changes are bad. Not all changes are bad. Okay. If recognized and assessed, they may contribute to the company's success. Finding the change and utilizing it as a tool to address the population and the business challenge is crucial. They have given an example here. What they are telling is not every change is bad. Whenever you find out an opportunity, anything bad happens, how you can help people. If you think about it, you will find an opportunity, and that opportunity you can grab. Okay. So for instance, an Indian need for a ticket booking bothered the Mr. P. He used to drive a long way to his travel agent to make his reservation. But even then he wasn't sure if his seat was guaranteed. In response to the issue, he recognized a chance to create an app and joined force with another person to create an online ticket platform known as Redbus. So who is this? He is Panindri Sama. Okay. So what Panidri Sama did, he went for booking. He used to go so long for the booking, and even then he would not get a guaranteed seat. Okay, confirmed ticket was not available to him. He thought, let me do an app wherein I give confirmed tickets to people. They need not travel from here to there. So he made this app as Redbus, wherein you can do your booking from your place, from your mobile itself. Confirmed booking will be done, and you will know whether it's confirmed or not confirmed. Okay, sitting in your place. So this is an opportunity he made. This is how you have to think innovatively, how you can help people. Help in tapping useful resources. It helps in tapping useful resources. How? Utilizing the beneficial resources needed for the firm requires careful examination of business environment. It aids the business to manage these resources and transform them into the product and services. So whatever resources you are having, you have to study your internal environment also and know where you can utilize the resources best, because there are different segments, right? So in every segment you need some raw materials or you need some funds, everything you need. So where you have to put more funds, where you have to put more raw materials, all these things should be observed by you. What is the demand for you in the market? As per that it will be there. Okay. Now, coping with changes. A company needs to be aware of the constant changes in the business environment, including shifts in the customer demand, new fashion trends, new government regulations, and technical advancement. The firm can implement a response to details with those changes if it is aware of these predictable developments. So what they are telling, company should be knowing what are the constant changes going on, what is going on. If you are a cloth industry, what is going on, jeans is going on, or any kind of other fashionable thing is going on, what is going on in the market. As per that he has to develop those products. Okay, any wearing, whatever he is wearing, that whatever it is, he has to develop that. What and all he should see? First he should see what is the customer's demand, because these are the people who will be buying. Okay, then second, new fashion trends. What is new? Now you have one more, no? What is that called? Same type they will wear, no? Both same. What is it called? Huh? Cord set. Now cord set is in fashion. So what is the new thing in fashion? As per that they will do, because everybody wants to wear the cord set. So cord set. Then new government regulations. What are the regulations of the government? Is government favoring that, or government is opposing that? How much GST is there chargeable on that? All these things will be seen. And technical advancement. What is the latest technology which is being used? Okay, these are the things which they will see, and with these changes they will do these things, they will do changes in their environment, and with proper changes you will have a better firm. Okay, for instance, Nokia failed to adapt the change by not incorporating Android OS into the smartphones at the time when the market for Android OS was booming and the consumers were choosing Android device for, for its user-friendly interface and apps. They lost a great deal of market value by failing to adapt. So Nokia was number one before, when you had keypads, right or no? But after that, Android came, OS. Everybody switched to Android. But Nokia, he told, no, I will not switch to Android. So what happened? It had to close down. Okay. Assistance of planning. This is yet another fate of how crucial a corporate environment is. Planning only refers to the future tasks that must be completed. It is up to the business to select what plan it needs to develop in order to address the future, solve the problem, or take advantage of the opportunities when the business environment offers a problem or an opportunity. The business can incorporate plan to combat the modification for securing future after assessing the development that has been offered. So what they are telling, another crucial thing is assisting of planning. You have to do proper planning. Whenever you are selecting, what kind of plan you are selecting, what will happen to it when you are planning it in this way, because whatever you are doing is future interpreted. Okay, it may happen like that, or it may not happen like that also. So if it does not happen, you should have one more plan for that. It is not only one plan you have and that is it. You should have different plans, wherein if any changes happen to it, what is the other plan you can do, or what happens to it, what you can do. Okay, so plan keeps on changing as what is good for your firm or your organization. As per that, that plan should be taken into consideration as per the environment. Okay, so opportunities, problems, everything will be seen whenever you are planning, and business can incorporate plan to combat the modification for secured future after assisting the development that has been offered. So if your planning is good and you have done it in a proper way, your business, even if it is gone down, it can come back. It can robust and come back. Okay, helps in improving performance. Businesses that are actively monitoring their surroundings not only adapt to the changes but also thrive in them. Adapting to external influences enables the company to increase performance and remain competitive. So whenever you are monitoring your surroundings well, you will know who are the competitors, who are the external influences, what are coming, and with that way you will thrive and you will come up out of it. You will know what is going on, what you have to do, what is right for your business, because you are aware of everything. Okay, so it will overall improve your performance. Risk management. A business environment is dynamic and often unpredictable. By monitoring external factors such as economic fluctuations, regulatory changes, technological advancements, business can adapt risk and take proactive measures to minimize their impact. So what they are telling, external factors, anything happens, risk management can be done if you know what are the things going on in the environment. Major risk, what and all will be there? Economical fluctuation. Any government, any other government comes, He puts any rules, anybody puts rules and regulations, whatever, that will be first. Regulatory changes, any changes in the regulation, any act changes, GST, or let it be any other act changes, income tax, regulatory changes, technological advancement, all this business can anticipate the risk. This is supposed to come now. If it is coming, then how will we act? What will we do? What are the risks we are having? How can we come out of that risk? All these things will be taken into consideration. Okay. Then compliance and governance. Business operating with complex regulatory environment understand and comply with the relevant law, regulation, industrial standards are essential to avoid essential for avoiding legal issues, reputational damage and financial penalties. So if there is a complex, like if you are doing something where pollution is there or something like that, then what will happen? You have to take care of what are the compliances which are coming, what are the new compliances which are coming. As per that, you have to follow the compliances of your business. If your business is majorly for full of compliances, listed company or some company dealing with any gases or anything like that, then you will have to take care of what and all you can do. So if you know the business environment, what are the legal issues you have to do, what are the legal compliances you have to do, you will be ready with that. You will not wait for anybody to tell you that you have to do this, you did not do this. And if you don't do that, you will have major penalties which you will have to pay. So for big compliances business, they should always have business environment knowledge so they don't pay big penalties. Okay. Now features influencing the business environment. So what are the different features which will be influencing the business environment? First one is external influence. Every firm is impacted by variety of external circumstances, both directly and indirectly. As was previously said, the element can include people, government rules, environmental issues, as well as other enterprises and organization. So, okay. So we'll do with this external influence and then we'll do in the next class. Okay. So external influence means what? Impact of various external things, directly or indirectly also it can affect. Okay. Indirectly means what? How it can affect indirectly? Can you give me an example? External circumstances directly and indirectly. Like if the atmosphere is very hot, then what will be in demand? Ice creams, cool drinks, all these things. If it is very cold, what will be in demand? Tea, coffee, Maggie. Right? So all these things will be in demand. Okay, so directly and indirectly it will depend upon the external factors. These elements include what and all? People first, customers or people, whoever they are. Government rules. What are the government rules about it? Government is promoting it or government doesn't want it. Then environmental issues, whether it is environment friendly, sustainable or not sustainable, as well as other enterprises and organizations, who are the competitors for them, who, what they are bringing new, what and all is going on. All these things will be taken into consideration. Okay. So do you all have any doubts with whatever I have taught? Let me know. So online people, if you are also having any doubt with regard to this, please let me know in the chat box. I will be happy to address. So were you able to understand? Everybody? How about you all? You were able to understand? Oh, it sounds rushy. Okay, I will take care that it's not rushy. Audio bug. Okay, I had to do this. No issues. I will take care in the next class. Okay. Okay, bye friends. End streaming. This is